Hey everybody, it's Eric here with Spartan AutoWorks. Today we're talking about 6-speed transmission control modules. So this is a particular 6L80 T43 transmission control module. We've been programming this particular style for a while. There's been some variations that we cannot program, mainly the front wheel drive variations, but good news is now we can offer you a plug and play solution. Now, any 6-speed transmission control module lives inside the transmission itself attached to the valve body. This is a valve body itself, and it's attached to the other physical valve body that's in the transmission. So if you have to go to replace these, they're inside the transmission, so you do have to take the pan off, and you do have to take the valve body out to just detach the TCM, so you can replace it. Now, what variations are covered? Well, before we just did the trucks, basically. Now we can do the front wheel drive, the T30, the 35s, the 6T40s, 45s, the 6T50s, the 6L45s, the 6L50s, the 6L80s, 6L90s, 6T70s, 6T75, and 6T80s. Pretty much covers the entire span of 6-speed transmission control modules. Now, this process is a little more unique, as you have to send us the old TCM out of your vehicle. You send us that old TCM, we're going to copy the data, then we're going to take a new module and we're going to write it back to a brand new AC Delco module. And then therefore when you get it back and you plug it in, it is an exact clone of your old module for plug and play install. Now, on some of these 6-speed modules, they are expensive no matter which way you go. The one thing I do stress, I feel like a lot of my customers are too afraid to get into possibly diagnosing the TCM all the way with a potential repair on their own. Now, these have little plastic discs that you might not be able to see them too well, but they're little orange discs that are inside these little holes right here. And then there's this filter that goes over the whole deal. Now, they make a repair kit for this. Those discs break, not a lot, but in certain situations, I feel like people are replacing these when they can actually just rebuild the module and replace the plastic disc and the seals and the filter, and they could save tons of money. Because now, regardless, you do have to take it out to replace those seals. So proper diagnosis would want to be, done beforehand, or at least a good educated guess of what you're getting into. And some codes could lead you to just rebuilding the TCM itself. So I'm going to try to compile a list of codes and put it in the comments below or in the description of what codes would possibly trigger a rebuild versus a replacement. Now, sometimes, you cannot tell what's going on inside a transmission without physically inspecting it. Dropping down the pan gives you a good indication of whether it's TCM related or if it's somewhere, a hard part based on what the fluid consistency looks like and what you find in the magnet in the pan. So don't think with some of the diagnoses that a TCM is always going to be it, but at the same time, don't think you have to replace a whole TCM for sometimes which can be a simple repair of these plastic discs. So if you question what it is, don't hesitate to get a second opinion, or to drop us an email or give us a call and give us your codes. Codes are very important. It's hard to look into the crystal ball and say, hey, this is what it is. Now, certain conditions would point to, okay, if it's doing this, we could say it's TCM. If it's doing this, it could be a hard part. And sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you are, shooting in the dark. But we try to take that out as much as possible and get the right part, the right time with a proper diagnosis. Codes are extremely, extremely important. If something's going on with the TCM, you're almost always going to get a code. Very rarely will you not get a code. But I have a lot of people call me and say I have a PO700 code and therefore I need a new TCM. A PO700 code very rarely indicates that you need a new TCM. Most likely points to another code that's causing a problem, another issue that's causing a problem that's setting that PO700. So don't think of PO700, I need to spend money on a brand new TCM. But if you need a TCM, especially for the front wheel drive applications, we can do this now by cloning your old one. You send us your old one, we clone it, we put in a new one, send it back to you, you're good to go. Now also, if you have, and this would be more for people in the truck probably range, if you have one that's been tuned, we can copy your old tune out and write it into another in case you had to replace the TCM. So if you need one, give us a call or drop us an email. This cloning service is a new service, especially for the front wheel drive stuff, which I think is going to be probably more popular than cloning out tunes, but it is something we can also offer. But if you have any questions on the diagnosis, second opinion, read codes, drop an email to me or give me a call. I can try to help you look in the crystal ball as much as I can to say, okay, what's going on with it? What kind of codes you have? Because I get a lot of people that I think should be rebuilding these instead of replacing them and saving some money in your pocket versus just replacing it. Now, I get sometimes people are worried that, they may screw it up or, it may not be that easy. I am going to try and film a video of rebuilding the TCM to show you how easy it is. That way, you know what you're looking at, you know what it's going to cost, and you could save a whole bunch of money if that's the situation that, presents itself for repair. But like I said, proper diagnosis. But if you need a TCM, we can definitely help you out now on all the 6-speed applications. Give us a call, 636-795-6960. I will try to put a list in the comment or in the description of potential codes that would point to PCM or TCM repair versus replacement. But like I said, every application is different. Every scenario is different. Proper diagnosis is key. But if you have any questions before you pull the trigger, give us a call or drop us an email. We'll definitely try to work your way through it. You hate to see you spend money that you don't need to spend if it's something you can spend less money and fix it yourself. If you have any questions, comment below. Have a great day.